Welcome to the Cereal and Grape Juice Show.
Yay!
Ah, my notebooks. So this friggin' thing, get to the table that's getting in the way all the time. Just a minute. Thank you. All right. Not gonna need these. Today we're gonna do some tutorialing. We're gonna check out wind dynamics, courtesy of Moho Pro, their web channel, their YouTube channel. So we can give characters sexy hair blowing in the wind, as I have more ideas for more characters, and at least one of them not require, but it would be nice if they had sexy flowing wind hair. So we got this, we got a video, YouTube video tutorial, and the PDF, not like an actual PDF, not, that PDF, but a PDF formatted tutorial thing for Moho. Because in previous Moho, like, see, it says tutorial 9.1.1 in previous Moho programs versions. You just go look and you go into their tutorial folder. And, oh, there's tutorial 9.1, but there is no tutorial 9.1. But there is this girl. Just a minute. Which one is that? There. Oh, not you. Where is that? Get it again. Move it down. Say move it down. You're right. There. Okay. And we got a YouTube tutorial on the Moho channel, courtesy of the amazing Victor Paredes, who's a Moho genius and a half. So go check out their channel. It's in the chat for more tutorials on Moho, because God knows I am not the Moho tutorial man. I'm just the man when it comes to cartoon characters with big heads and little bodies. So let's check out, first and foremost, let's give... So this girl, we showed it. Yeah, does not have the bones. Let me put bones in her hair as per this thing there. Let's do this for now, and then we'll stretch it out when we're done. Okay. Make this 30 frames a second, please. La 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 la, 30 frames a second. Everybody loves 30 frames a second. Okay. So put her hair over here in a bone layer. Let's play some music for now while we're waiting. Yeah. A bone layer. That could probably just easily be done using cycling, but I want to check out this bone dynamics thing. Got her hair. Okay. So we need an anchor point, most likely. So give me at least an anchor bone. So it's gonna go. It's gonna go like 4 strands. Okay, so let's do the anchor bone. Just like that. Oh, we're on the Alt button. Goes up to her mouth, so let's put the anchor bone up here. Okay. And then just 3. There's a bunch. Okay, so 3. The ear goes right down to the middle of that shape. Okay. There. Goes just about there. And there, a little one. And then a somewhat bigger one. Okay. I'm assuming we go back to parenting here. 4. That. little in. And it's disconnected and we go here. And like that. Okay, we select that as the parent again. 1, 2, 3. Start from her inside of her mouth. Smaller one. And a middle bear, I guess. Okay, anchor bone again. Parent bone. And there's 3. 4. 4. Slightly longer one. And an itty bitty. Okay. No. Here. Okay, so let's check out Mr. Victor's sting. Okay. Let's just see this here. Let's just check it out.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's working nicely now. Now, let's jump to the wind. So I have this character from the same scene, and this is a very simple rig. Actually, it's if I test it, I am in frame 0, and if I test it with the manipulate bone tool, you can see it's only a few bones to modify the hair.
Wait, I didn't connect nothing though. That's what I didn't do. So these bones are gonna move and nothing's gonna... Oh, never mind. So let's do that right now. And I like to okay. What are you doing? I only have one pick, thank you. Okay. It'd be great if we had the tutorial man. I'm selecting that bone. Anchor, it's got nothing. Doesn't move at all. Okay. Now we're gonna here. Okay, so this bone will just say you will control these. No, you will control just these. Stop highlighting all of them. There. Okay. This bone will do this one. Okay, so that bone will, I guess, just control you. We have you control those. I don't know what the hell you're gonna control. I don't know why we need that many, but who cares? So we'll have you now control in that. Yeah, it'd be great if they had the tutorial already set up like they have in previous versions, man. you'll just control these. Yep. Finally, we'll have you just control that. You, I guess, can control. What are you doing? No. You just control that one. And you control the remains. There, around there. Always save your work. Okay, let's do a quick check out here. See how things went. Yeah, so it'd be great. Seriously, man, if only they had the tutorial already set up for us. Okay, so now let's continue with the big. Oh, you're not even seeing it. Shit, I have the video up. Sorry. Yeah, we boned the character.
Hair, modify the hair here, and also the lips here and some of the clothes. Okay, but there is not much happening here. So to activate the wind, it's something similar to working with the dynamics. So actually I need to select the bones. In this case I will select all the bones because I want to apply the wind over all the bones here. So I will select all, open the bone constraints. Remember I am in frame 0 to do this. Check the bone dynamics, but now also check the wind here. Okay? And now if I close this,
Just a minute. Let's do that with our stuff. Why isn't it working with me? Okay, I have to mark all those. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so let me see what happens if I take it off wind and just have it doing that shit. Okay, so wind like cycles it. I see. Cycles it. Wait, what if I go like this? Uncheck those, but wind is still checked even though it's grayed out. Nothing. Okay. Okay, and what were Victor's numbers? He's got a different menu than I got.
this, and I hit play, you can see the hair is already moving because it's being affected by the default wind. So now, let me go back to frame 0 here. If I want to modify the wind, I can simply select the wind tool here, and I can hit play, and here I have some values, and I can also modify these values in real time in the same way we did with the dynamics.
Okay. So they're all still collected, and we're on frame 0, wind tool. We got an arrow right here. Okay, so what if angle, position, scale. Wait, what was his at? Trying to get some kind of
So we have
torque, force, spring force, dampening. No torque, then 1 and 1 on spring force and dampening. No torque, 1 and 1. No torque. No. 1 and 1. So, no torque. I got more than so came with an update because I'm sure he's using the same Moho 14, or maybe 2021. He's probably using Moho 13. Hmm, okay, well, shooby-doo. You know, how's it look if I? Okay, so I think I get the gist of it. So then what if what if we said 0? All these 0. And just the scale. What does that look like now? Bloody madness. Okay. What if we do 1 1? Of all these, just no torque anywhere. I also got the weight. Okay, how does this look? Okay. What if we said the weight was 1 all around? Don't know what that did. Okay, what if we said the angle? Don't bother. It doesn't move. Then again for frame 0. Okay. Okay, what if we just said position was 0? Okay, so we definitely need angle. What if we said scale was 0 and just angles on? I think I get the gist of it. I think. Okay, Victor, continue, sir.
And I hit play, you can see the hair is already moving because it's being affected by the default wind. So now, let me go back to frame 0 here. If I want to modify the wind, I can simply select the wind tool here, and I can hit play, and here I have some values, and I can also modify these values in real
see how
time
his arrow
in the
is
same
right
way
there.
we did.
His arrow is right on the character. But when I say we're on frame 0, yes. When can I move this? No. Oh, I can. But can I? Why can't I move the arrow? Well, let's see if we go like that. Okay, as long as it just doesn't matter. It can go upwards. Eh. Oh, this is easier. Shit. There we go. That's cool. Ah, strength, amplitude. Wow. New shit up here. Strength, amplitude. Okay, we're gonna have it blowing that way. Okay. I say strength. Say 10. Okay. Turbulent amplitude is at 40. Let's put it at 10. Really tell if anything's happening there. What are you doing, clown? Frame 0. Turbulent frequency is at 20. Let's put it at 5. Put it back to 20. Gravity strength 0. Gravity direction is there. What if we put gravity strength at 90 degrees? And we say put the gravity strength at 50%. Okay. The gravity strength at 10.5. Hmm. 70. Okay. Okay. Continue, Mr. Victor.
with the dynamics. So we have first the direction. So we can modify the direction, and you can see this arrow is showing you the direction the wind is pointing. We have also the strength. So the bigger we make this number, the stronger the wind will be. And you can see the strength is represented by the size of the arrow. And now we have two values which are actually related to the direction and the strength. And this is turbulent amplitude and frequency. Okay. Now,
40 and 20.
these values are very
Just like mine are set.
important, because if you have a direction of your wind, so for instance you are pointing your wind to the left and it is very strong, but it doesn't have any turbulence,
Turbulence.
the wind will be very flat.
Right.
And the movement of the bones won't do much, because the wind is pointing to one direction and it's not doing anything else. So probably all your bones will look still pointing to the same direction, because the wind is not natural, it's not
So
really
you want to
moving.
add some. Yeah, I
And
get it.
the turbulence animation works for that, so it adds some random movement.
So it won't just be like straight as an arrow going that way. You add the turbulence, it'll be. And then the frequency will say how often does it go. You know.
To your wind. So even if you define the strength and the direction of the wind, you can add some random movement. So the amplitude is how much the angle will change here. So the bigger this value is, the wider the angle will be modified by the wind. And the same happens with the strength. So if this value is big, it will be how much the strength is modified in time automatically. So it will give you some more natural result.
Yeah.
And the other value is the frequency. And this value is how often that modification happens.
Like, why does he need that many bones in the middle ones? Because there's no transition points or anything that they can connect to. I guess. Then again, he had the big bubbles. The bone strength big. I keep my bone strength bubbles small.
So the bigger the frequency is, the quicker the movement will be. So
That's
let
cool.
me show you here. So if I give it a very big movement, you can see how the direction and the strength is being changing very quickly. And if I give it a smaller number, it almost doesn't change. Okay. So now the good part is these values are, you can animate them. So for instance, if I go to frame 0, I can set the strength to frame 1. If I go to frame 1, I can set the strength to 0 and hit enter, and that will create a keyframe for the wind strength channel.
And then you can
So now I
boost
can
the
say,
strength
okay,
as you
let's
go.
suppose
That's cool.
the wind starts in 0, and then in frame, I don't know, 27.
Because in real
it
life,
is
you get
50.
sudden gusts of wind, and then it calms down,
So
and
now
then
we
you get
have that
another big
animation.
gust of
So the
wind.
wind is starting very weak, and then it's stronger.
Uh-huh. 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 Oh. Okay, so right there, right? And then right here, we'll change the strength down to 5. And can we change the direction as well? Like up? And then here, we'll change the strength to like that. And the direction down, like that. Let me just see if the direction and everything changes. It probably doesn't matter because the amplitude is going. Wait just a minute. Okay. Cool. That's cool. Okay.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe in 51 I want it to be 0 again. And maybe I want to create a cycle with this.
Exactly.
Absolute, that goes back to frame 2.
That's great.
And now I have this wind being weaker and stronger in time. Okay. I can also modify the direction. So if I am in any frame and I modify the direction, it will create a new keyframe here. And I can also modify it by dragging the arrow. So you can also play with that. So maybe it's pointing here and maybe then it's pointing to the right.
Oh yeah, so the wind I see.
So now we have this movement for the direction. So you can play with that. You can also create a cycle if you want. And the same happens with the turbulence. You can modify it. If I modify, I have a third channel which is for turbulence. And the same applies. So you can modify how the wind is affecting the character. And now the final thing about the wind is that do you remember that with the dynamics we could modify the values to get a different material? So we could modify the torsion, the spring and the damping. We can do the same with the bones affected by the wind. So if I hit play, I can open the bone constraints and I can modify the values for the bones I have selected too.
Hey,
So
see
maybe
what he
I
has
want
there? Like look at his menu there. Like, look at that. Right? And then like where his bone dynamics are. Down here. Right? So he's using Moho 13 or pre-updated Moho 14. Because here's my yeah, I got all this shit down here. Mine. His. Mine. His. Mine. His. His. Mine.
less spring. So now you can see the hair is much softer. So it looks a bit more natural. Of course I need to adjust this to work better, but you can see how it looks more natural. And maybe I want more damping. So
also got it going on the
won't
dress.
affect it for so long. And maybe I can modify the torsion too. So all these three values also work to modify the material. So you have two tools. You have the tool to modify the wind and what the wind is doing. And you have the other tools to modify how the material reacts to that wind. Okay, and this is here. So you have a few values. You have 7 values. You have 3 values here and 4 values for the wind. And that's it. And with that you can create some very nice things. And you can check it in real.
One thing I can probably do to get rid of the weirdness like going on up in Clown. Take the video. There. Because you see it in there, Doc. What's up, Doc? How it's overlapping. Because this hair layer is one big shape. It's one big shape, Doc. The hair layer. And I guess a trick I can use to make it not overlap is to have the hair be multiple things, objects in the same thing. But they can also be controlled by their own thing. You know? You know. So yeah, that is cool.
Real time. And finally I want to show you the example of the characters in the Moho Pro 13.5 box.
Because yeah, he's using 13. That's why his menu looks different than mine.
It's very soft.
That's cool.
And it works nicely for this scene because it's not moving too much. It's not doing a lot, but it's affecting the scene. And let me just remove
this class. I was interested in taking from Buck McCoy. Just have the $200 he's asking for. Well, I call him Buck McCoy. I don't know why, because it sounds like his name is backwards. McCoy Buck. $200. No, he's a pro, but when you have YouTube and you have tons of people doing their own tutorials, sometimes you don't need to pay the shit. I wonder if it was McCoy. I just call him Buck. I wonder if it was fuck. Years ago, I had a question about how to make a wall, for example, on a movie set, fall forward, and I think he answered it, and he showed how to do it, and it was like, damn, that was great, and it worked. Okay, let me just see. Let me see if there's because he's using 13. Let me just check the Moho page and just search for wind. See what else is coming up. That was 4 years ago. Creating a scene with parallax, whatever that is. What is new? Okay, there's a full playlist. What is new? Let's see if in this what is new. Real-time effects and new graphics engine, liquid shapes, freehand merge, new styles, new brush, gravity for dynamics. I don't see anything new for the wind. There's probably other non-Moho people. But let me grab a character of mine that has longish hair that we can just play with. Characters. Who has long hair? Mama Scott Landon and Mama Landon have longish hair. They have big puffy hair. Yeah, I don't have any long haired Mr. Chin. No. Anybody have no, nobody has long. Really nobody? Okay, then let's just grab Mama Landon and check out sexy hair. Okay. Upper body. Hair. And hair's separate. Good. Where's the just dude? All clicky. Hello, Sith. Hair front. And maybe not because because it's still one thing. But let me just what? Give me just her head. Give me her here's what I'll do. Copy the head and put it on a new thingamabob. The animation program, bro. Oh no, that's not new. It's just I'm checking out tutorials on stuff I haven't played with before. Like wind dynamics. Like you see, you can make their hair blow in the wind. Because I have an idea for a character, and it would be really cool. I think I'm making their hair blow in the wind like a sexy romance novel cover guy. Only it's gonna be a soccer player. Because I have an idea for 2 soccer players who just dive as if they're in pain all the time, like a lot of soccer players do. So I'm gonna poke fun of them. Okay, so here's what we want to do here. Give her a new hair layer. So can I do a test here? Just try it out. Test hair. Play some music for you all. No, there. And me. Where's her front? Oh. Put it here. I mean, actually, we don't. Just do the one layer. It's just a test. Alright. Actually, we should do it right in the back. Okay, so let's give her some strands. Just of whatever color. Just put some whatevers in there. And make it Mama Landon's hair color. Because why not? Okay. Don't care about football, obviously. Oh, neither do I. That's right, the World Cup begins here in Toronto on Friday, and I'm heading up to Midland to hang with my dad for Friday and coming back Monday. So, yeah. Okay, so let's just turn this shaded wherever. There. No, we're not save. Always save your work and blah blah blah. Okay. Okay, so let's give me Give me a few of these. Give me 4 of them. Okay. Now let's just do something real quick. Just to give some curves and like that. Buck McCoy. McCoy Buck. Yeah. You gotta make that money somehow. Who knows, maybe I'll start charging people for saying, hey, you can take my Moho class. I can show you how to create characters with big heads and tiny bodies. $700. It's fine, we don't gotta do nothing fancy here. Okay. Doesn't have to be perfect, just make it look as if she's got hair. Here we go. Look at that sexy old lady hair blowing in the wind. Fine, just save it, alright? Mama Landon. Hair dynamics. Fine. Okay. Well, it's like we always like to do. We like to center our shit before we put it in a folder. This is what I like to do. I'm sure you don't have to do that. I'm sure McCoy would say, you don't have to do that shit. Is that an angle? Right on. Okay. Test hair. I put it in a bone layer. Frame 0, yes. Test hair. Alright. Now here we got it on different strands. Let's move all this shit out of the way. So we can see what we need to bone and shit. Stop swearing. Okay. So now, let's give it our nice little mama bone. And then we start going down. Okay. That bone's connected to this bone. Don't know if we need that many. Well, we'll see. Probably 3 is enough for each one. I was curious because he has a way to edit character models without having to re-rig anything. I have a character with a logo on the shirt, I have to rig it too. Want to know the tricks? It's not hard to do. The way I do it. Like my boobians, for example. Let me open my boob. Let me bring in a boobian. Bring in one of the dead. See, I have a folder for dead characters. See? Imagine this is a logo, the 800085. All I did was, where is it? Upper body. I have his torso. And then above that, a text layer, 80085, and it's not rigged, because all I do is, rig the arms, and yeah, so that's how I do it, but then again, I do really extremely simple shit. So it could be a lot easier than you're thinking. Like, even with the hair dynamic stuff, you could probably just simply do it with a cycle. You know? Just cycle it. See, I need a soccer player with flowing hair that blows in the wind as he takes a dive because somebody looked at him wrong. Yeah, okay. I always like to set the anchor to 0. You do not move. from these seats, just like in the Breakfast Club. Okay, let's not do anything there. Yeah, I always like to shorten these. There. Okay, so now, always say. So it happens when you have beastly fingers, you accidentally press 2 keys at the same time. Okay, so that one is set to 0. So now let's tell the bones which points they're gonna control. Starting with you, boy. So yeah, they're overlapping. It's just try not to get the other bones in here. You will control. But you're not gonna control him. Yeah, just those. Okay. Have you control. Should I do that one? Let's see that one too. And finally you. Okay. Let's do a test real quick. Okay, that one's going because it hasn't been told that you're not being controlled by that bone, but okay, so far so good. We'll just control that. I don't know if you're gonna move much. Yeah. This is very scientific what I'm doing here. It's very physicsy. I'm a scientist. Yeah, you can control those too. There you go. And the bottom one. Yeah, this is Gigi Azole's theme playing right now. Okay. Now, let's see if it'll. Okay, good. So it won't drag that other one around. Oh, but look, you see this shit? This is like, hey man, I want to go too. See, it's kind of moving slightly. Yep. That's why. Bone things. Bone things. You. Shit wagons. Grab you. Ah, shit. Let's see if I'm getting the right ones here. And finally, you. Not you. Okay, now there you go. Now that one over here is not fucking around. Stop flippity. Flippy flippy. Okay, and then finally, you. Yeah, you can control these two. And finally, you. Let go, and there. Okay, so that should be all of them. Let's double check. Oh, look, I can go here by myself. Oh, so can I. Hey, I can go over here by myself. All right, we're all going by ourselves. Right on. Okay, now let's apply some wind shit to them. Yeah, frame 0. Select all the bones that are that this thing is being controlled by. Okay. And we're gonna say, yeah. Okay, let's see what it does now. Okay, that's lovely. Ah, aren't you turned on? Wow. Of course, you want to have some strands elsewhere. But let me. Okay, so let's just see this. Okay. Okay. It goes that direction, and then at the 1 second mark, it's gonna go stronger to 30, but it's gonna go in that direction until 3 second mark. It'll go in. Well, I guess it'll gradually make its way there unless we make these a step. These keyframes steps instead of smooth. It will increase the turbulency. That and the amplitude even more. Let's see what happens here. And cycle them. Because why not? Let's start back at 1. There we go. Okay. Sexy Mama Landon's hair. Okay, so then what if we wanted to right here make the strength even smaller, like a 5, and just go like that, the amplitude down to 40 and the frequency to 20. Gravity direction is down. Okay, then it's calm. That's gonna flip right back. So maybe right here should be back to the original thingamabob. Right there. And then cycle all of these. No, frame 1, yo. Okay. Sexy Mama Landon. Thumbs down. You can basically use the wind thing to make one of those big blow up friggin' what Bailey from the NXT used to use those big fucking blow up things with the arms. Basically use one of those. Of course, let me see something here. Like, let's say you wanted one to go one direction, it's two strands to go one direction and 2 to go the other. You probably have to have 2 different layers of it. Because I don't wait a minute. Just a minute. I don't think you can highlight some and then the others. Because these will all be the same. Or will they? Well, they're on the same layer. You'll need to have two. Okay, so let me just copy and paste this layer. So we can have like pigtails, one like a crazy comedy scene. So we'll call this the left side. Left needs to be the right. Okay, so the left, we'll get rid of these bones. And the right, we'll get rid of these bones. Now, the left, we'll go that way. And the right, we'll go that way. What are you doing? Shit. That means I gotta get rid of the strands on that side, too. So get rid of, on the left, get rid of these. Wrong button, clown. Clown? Oh, they gone. And here. There we go. You can do some good shit with this. Other than sexy flowing old lady hair. You can make clothes blow in the wind. You can do the Marilyn Monroe, what was it, Bus Stop, or whatever that movie was, where the dress goes up because of the wind. Let's see what happens if we make her hair do that shit. Stop swearing. Damn, there's company here. Okay. Let's make it 9. Let's see what happens. Is it because the gravity direction? We made the gravity direction 90 as well. Okay, what if we make the wind strong? I think you make it stronger. Let me see, stronger as we go. What are you doing? Now it's dumbass. Don't do that. You're in the wrong frame. Strength 20. Come on. No other way. Yeah, so it's definitely you can obviously do cycling instead, but wind would be a lot quicker and a lot more real looking. Mama Land is looking sexy, man. Do I have anyone? I do have someone in a dress. It's a Asmon wife. I still haven't made a separate file for each of them, for crying out loud, you idiot. Do the intro. Give me the Slayer. Wait, what has she got underneath the dress? Anything? Oh, it's just a fucking JPEG. Stop swearing. But yeah, bloody hell, idiot. It's not an actual Moho character rig. just grab this. Here's the golden poop thing, all done. Yeah. Give me, her. Where's she at? There she is. Not Copularia wagon. Shit wagon's gonna get rid of every friggin'. This is what happens when you don't save the character as its own thingamabob. I just want to make the dress. Well, actually, no. Is there a thingamabob? Is there a the torso is the whole, yeah. But what is she wearing under the? Oh, she does have a bum. Okay, and a skirt. Ew, she's naked now. They got no tidy whities. Yeah, just make the dress. You would just make the yeah. Like Marilyn. Oh, ew. Wow, so I like the wind thing. I just need a soccer player with long hair that will blow in the wind as he takes a dive because somebody like breathed on him a little too hard. Don't need you anymore. Go away. Let me see something. What about when I tilt the head, though? So a character with constantly wind blowing in their hair. Flowing, windy hair. Oh, tune ideas. Watching guys' stuff, though, yeah, already. Oh, a dating game. The Landons make a porno. Super Duper Cops versus them. Tolliver tries to sell stuff. We did one of those. Brainstorm comment. I still didn't do that. Do an audio director's commentary track for the Brainstorm film. Okay, so it's simple enough. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Give it a save. Yeah, so we're gonna end. Now I'm getting more ideas that I want more ideas. Flowing. What else can you do with the wind? You do hair blowing in the wind. Clothes blowing in the wind. This tutorial manual is for 13 as well, because it's only got the here's the 14. This is the 14. And it's got the 13 menu. Let me see if it does it say anything else off whatever. Besides hair. Any examples? Yeah, well, they still haven't made a manual for 14 with the. But then again, maybe this Where is it? Like maybe all this stuff came with the that Game On or whatever it was update. They just added to it. Still haven't played with so much just in this menu alone. I haven't played with. Dampening force defines how long it will take to the bone for the bone to go back to its initial angle. The bigger the value, the less time it'll take. Perspective warp, blah blah blah. I don't use that. Okay, so we're gonna end as I spend the rest of the day and into the night thinking of sexy, idiotic, childish soccer players with long blowing hair. Yeah, because the World Cup's coming up and I'll be watching, I'm sure, a few games with my dad over the weekend. Not because I care about the sport, but because I want to see how many of these world-class athletes go down in pain. Like, oh my god, I might have to retire because the opposing player blinked at me one too many times. Yeah. I love making fun of soccer. My dad, being Scottish, is a huge soccer fan. So yeah, can't wait to tell him about my idea for the soccer clown. Alright. So thanks to Sith and Doc for stopping by, and thanks to the Moho channel for providing that tutorial. Wind dynamics, man. So much you can do, man. Get the Moho Pro. Go check out McCoy Buck's stuff, too. His free stuff. And if you want to pay for it, go check out his paid for stuff, too. And then we'll see you next time, which might be tomorrow. Hell, might be tonight if I want to play a game or something. Either way, we'll be back sometime. Go do stuff.